Hello friends, welcome back to another Wordy Wednesday. I will be honest with you, it's been a hot minute since I recorded any word-atro because I've been juggling Vertigo instead to try and get the two to alternate, and I think we're finally in the right pattern of that. We are going to just jump into a medium level classic game, ignoring the daily challenge. So I hope you're well. Hope you've had a good week. I'm still quite high on the success of beating Vertigo last time. Admittedly, it has only been a few minutes since I recorded that because I'm doing these in a batch. But, you know, that feeling still is here and present and carrying me forward. I'm still drinking that same cup of tea that I mentioned at the end of the last one. So let's see how I remember this working or not working. Right, yeah, so here they do have different points, look. Whereas Vertigo, each white letter basically is just a single point. I have no buffs, I have no perks, no nothing, so I guess we'll just go in with, let's go with wife. $40 points, nice. I only have 1 energy. 2 energy in this feels very, very harsh for medium. However, I'm pretty sure the word fume will score us enough to get 20. I do like the sounds of the animations and stuff in this. Like, Vertigo is very chill and relaxing and soft, gentle trills of noises and stuff. This is very ploying, ploying, ploying. You did a thing. Well done. That kind of thing. Okay, so 5 multis. Just five multis, really. That's just how that is. It just gives you 5 multis out the bag. Cool. Every 3 triggered letters, the third letter increases by 3 points. That means it's got to come out again at the right time for me to need it. Only having 2 turns per round is quite honestly terrifying. 7 points each for P-O-I-N-T. You know, I'm tempted. I think I'm just going to go with the basic 5 multis, you know. Gotta go with your mults, right? Oh, Q. Cannot use Q. Well, I can't use Q because I have no U or no I. So if I was to play Agent, let me just remind myself, it would be 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the other 5 that I just took, I think, so it would be 6 times 10? Would it be 6 times 10? Let's find out. Let's work out if I've understood that correctly. Yes, it is. Okay, so yeah, so I've correctly remembered that. And I've got 3 rerolls. I've got an extra reroll. And I've got a magical E! Times 1.5 of the multi's value when the letter is triggered, so we need to use that. 100% we need to use that. So many more letters than it feels like you get in Vertigo. A bit annoyed that we can't get nerve. But we can... No. Okay, we have to do that to put them in the reroll pile. What else should we reroll? E and D, ED go well together, so it's probably as well to keep those. I mean, I think we've got to get rid of the Q, don't we? We can spell perv now, but I don't think that's very good and wholesome, is it? Would it even let us? Oh, it would tell me, actually, wouldn't it? If it... Just out of curiosity. It would let me play it. So it does consider it a word. It doesn't tell you what those are, unless you get that far. This, apparently, not a word. It's like, okay. Will it get us 60, though? Let's try and do some maths. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 here. We'll have 9 here because there's 4 plus the 5 that we have. And another 1.5. I feel like that extra 1.5 is enough, right? I think that's alright. This is going to be a really short video if I'm wrong. But I kind of want to find out. Oh, but it's when the letter is triggered. So at that point, because it's the second letter, the multi's value is only going to be perhaps 2, because it will only have put these 2 into it. I don't know when it puts the extra 5 in, if it was at the end of doing all those. I hate to say it, because this could make for a really short episode, but I do want to try this. This 2 energy malarkey is just harsh. Harsh. I'm going to try it. Apologies now if it means that you only get an 8-9 minute video. I'm really sorry. But this is just the way it goes sometimes. Okay, it was perfectly fine. I don't know how it maths that. I will have to watch that back afterwards. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. 2 multis if the word has 5 letters, but the size changes each round. Great, so it could be like 7, and I'll be absolutely unable to take advantage of that whatsoever. The drawn letters are unique, but improved or special letters have a higher chance to be drawn. I only have 1 at the minute. Or gain an extra reroll if the word contains at least as many consonants as vowels, which words usually do. I don't think extra rerolls is super going to help me. I think we're going to have to take that one, the top one. That gives you an extra energy look if you can play... if you can play a full 9-letter word. That symbol, the symbol that pops out the top, this little white thing, is the energy symbol. I think it gives you an extra energy, which maybe you can carry forward into the next round. But boy oh boy, making a 9-letter word out of anything. You're essentially trying to anagram a 9-letter word. It's like, just fine. Okay, you do have 10 letters to work with, but you know. Okay, my thought pattern is if we go for found. Oh, if we can get a D. Right, okay. Actually. Let's throw these in there. Take these back out. We can get a D. We did not, and it has now put them in the wrong order. Let me just put them back in the order that I can more easily work out what I'm doing. So if I want to recycle these, don't I? In the hope of getting a D? It's putting them in an order. It's really annoying. I just find it easier to see when they're in the right. Wow, we could almost have made nutmeg as well. If I hadn't got rid of that T. We could have made nutmeg. Which is not a word that you use that often. I mean, I've literally just made a word and not spotted it. You're probably screaming at the screen, aren't you? Let's go with founder. Nice. And we got 2 fancy letters. It's a super B. Increases the other B by 5 points. I mean, B, not a letter I've used a lot, or probably ever will. We've got an italic U, upgrades the tile by 3 multis, so we really do want to use that. It has 10 points in its own right though, so it is worth using if we can find... I mean, there is an obvious word that has both of these letters in. However, I don't think a 3-letter word is gonna... Or will it? Will it? It's a valid word, so that's a start. We'd get 14 times 3 and the 5, so times 8. 14 times 8 is more than 100. And that extra 3 as well? I don't know. I'm just gonna press it. I think that's more than fine. It was more than fine. Cool. Found a bum. This almost feels like a Jackbox thing, like where it's coming up with like daft word combinations. Okay. 10 question mark, add a tile. Oh, these are just like opposites of each other. And this one is the harder one to achieve. Add a tile, but it could be anything, I assume. Is that the idea? I'm going to take it just to see what it does. Add a tile. So it's added a tile, but I don't know what, because the green ones were already there. Has it added another E? We have an awful lot of E's. Don't know. I simply don't know. And now we have to get 420 in 2 moves. I thought Vertigo was being harsh on me, but wowee, is this harsher? Well, I don't think I'm gonna come up with anything good involving a Z. There is zap, but that's a very short word. 2 multis if the word has 8 letters. Yeah, sure, okay. The energy thing has moved from there to there. Oh, so maybe the further you get through the rounds, maybe this energy thing moves down, so you can earn it with an easier word. But you have to have beaten a hard level already to get to that. So it feels like by the time you get it, you probably will have died before you got that far. I say died, you know what I mean. Yeah, this is not helping. I mean, it's spelled the word yoga, which I hadn't really spotted. Do we try for yoga? It's a four-letter word, though. That's not going to do much for me. Or is it? I'm debating whether to put the Z and the V, and possibly either the F or the P into the reroll bucket, just to see. I'm not sure what else I would want to come out though. There's nothing you can add to yoga, because the person that practices yoga is a yogai, so you would need an I, and then if you wanted to add an extra letter, you'd need an S. And I'm not super confident that it would accept it. It should do, but I'm not confident that it would. I think we are going to have to try and see what we get out here. We can almost make glyph. We can get an H out of it. Look at this. There's so many A's. If you think it'll give me an H, it's worth a try, right? I can still make yoga if it doesn't give me H. So I still have YOGA as a starter, because we've not played a turn yet. Wow. Just wow. So many O's. Really? Okay, fine. See how you're playing it. I can't believe we could have almost played glyph. Would have been amazing. 96. I am not confident here. We can't re-roll anything. We've got to work with what we've got. Oh, wow. Oh, and look, we could have almost, if we'd had the letters, obviously we could have, but if we had an A and an M, we could have made example and it would have been brilliant. Oh, blip. They've almost got expleet it as well. We can't make explode because we don't have a D. Feels like exploke should be a word, right? It should be. It's like evoking an explosion. Exploke. The only thing I can think to do is play joke and use this E and hope for the best. I don't think it's going to get over 320. Nothing else is jumping out at me as an option. If you're seeing something, please do tell me what it was, because that's possibly a way that I will learn quicker, is if you see something and you tell me. It'll start getting my brain accustomed for what sort of things to look for. Obviously I'm looking for words, but as you've seen, I do tend to have to move the letters around to sort of see the words in there, kind of thing. I can't look at a literal Scrabble bag of letters and go, oh yeah, blah blah. I have to physically move them around a bit just to make things pop out to me. No. It's worth a try, you never know. You never know. You never know, but in this case I think this may be us done, unless my maths is so appalling that I have completely missed. Oh no, I mean we were way closer than I thought we were going to be. But still, that is a game over. We do need to screenshot this one for posterity, because it's not often that Agent Perv comes out of the game. The Fume Wife, the Agent Perv, the Founder Bum, and the Joke Yoga. Man, yeah, two energy is rough. So rough. A lot of these names sound like the pairs of words that I just played, like Pirate Queen, Kitty Bee, Radiant Thought. Well done them for getting numbers like this, because not convinced that's normal. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't see myself ever getting scores of that high. I have tried the daily puzzle again, like Vertigo. I've tried it a couple of times just to sort of test out mechanisms and how it works and behaves with certain things. I didn't get super far. I think it's the sort of thing that I would do now and then, just out of interest, just to see if I could do it. It's not something I would ever probably commit to video, I don't think. Although that said, if we never make it past medium mode on this, then maybe the daily challenge is something to do instead. I don't know. I haven't really decided how far I'm going to take these games, this series. Probably just till I get a bit bored of it, really. I don't want to push myself to constantly be recording things that have become not fun. So with that said, I'll say thanks for joining me. It was a bit of a shorter one. It was not quite as short as it could have been. I did manage to pull through an extra round on top of what I thought, where I thought we were about to end. But still, it's another week, it's another Wednesday, it's another word game. We've not learnt some words, but we've seen some words. And at the end of the day, is that not what we're here for? Thank you so much for joining me. Catch me again next week for more Wordy Wednesday when we'll be back to Birdie Go. Have yourself a wonderful week in the meantime, and I will see you then. Bye for now.